I've done stuff too, Liam.
What have you done?
I watched Titans.
Which is on Netflix?
Yeah, on Netflix in the UK. I'm sort of confused because it sounds like there's a streaming service that's Warner Bros. Now in America, maybe.
Okay.
I heard people talking about this, but I don't know if that's true or not. It's just something I'd heard.
Okay.
So I'm very confused whether we're just getting it on Netflix and other places aren't.
Yeah, that's
Whatever.
possible.
It's so good.
What's it about?
So it's effectively a gritty remake, or a grittier... Well, no, it's a gritty remake of Teen Titans, which is a comic book series from DC. And there was also a cartoon TV series, which was around when we were kids.
Yeah.
I used to love the cartoon. It was so good. But it's basically like... The basic premise of Teen Titans is a bunch of sidekicks or younger superheroes teaming up and forming their own like superhero team.
I think I've seen like images from it where like the animation style that I've seen from something that was, I think, Teen Titans looked almost like Powerpuff Girls-y.
Yeah, it's very cartoony.
Yeah.
So it's basically Titans is a new version of that. It's another one of those Netflix shows where suddenly I notice it's rated a 15 and I'm like, oh, what's this going to be about? And I love it. Like, I think it's incredible.
Yeah, well, I know.
First episode sold me on it.
Frankie, who is Tom's other half, sent a message saying that she's about to be controversial, but she's enjoying DC's Titans.
Yeah, and I replied saying, holy shit, yes, it's amazing.
Yeah, so it's not just you that's enjoying this. Like,
but I think there has been some kickback online. I'm not sure everyone's loving it.
Fair enough. But yeah, it's rare that everyone loves anything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
honestly, like, it probably helps that Teen Titans I used to love as a kid.
Yeah.
So that probably does help.
Is there anyone of note in it that I'd have heard of?
Actors?
Yeah. Oh, I'm asking the wrong person, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. I don't know.
Stupid Liam.
Do I recognise some of them? Maybe a couple, but I wouldn't know what from.
It's better if I just look this up, isn't it?
Yeah, just go on IMDb and tell me if they're famous.
Yeah, alright. Bear with me. While I'm doing that, so I keep asking you this, and have you now finished it?
Yes, I have finished it, yeah.
And from what you've seen, it doesn't tie into any of the other DC shows yet?
No, so I don't think it will, because I don't think... Are they Warner Bros? Are the other ones still under Warner Brothers? Like Arrow and Flash?
I honestly don't know.
Neither do I. But from what I've seen so far, it doesn't. They're very careful in the show about not necessarily specifying if it even ties into the film universe or anything, which assumedly it won't. But they also do it in such a way that you could almost see it tying into the film universe, but without them, like, they don't talk about they don't talk about Batman v Superman or anything.
Okay, yeah.
But they bring up Batman, obviously, because one of the characters is Robin.
Yeah, okay. So people
Robin,
have note in it.
My favourite.
Nothing major, I don't think. Like they have been in films and stuff, but nothing that I'm like, oh, this is really this person is leaping out to me. With the exception of Alan Ritchson, who I only know because he was in Blue Mountain State. He played Thad in that.
Oh, yes, I think I know who he is. I might cut this out. Is he Hawk?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I might vaguely recognise him, and then I can see that would be him.
Yeah, there's Minka Kelly, who was in Friday Night Lights and Parenthood. She plays Dawn Granger.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hawk and Dawn, they're good.
Yeah, so those are the only two faces that, like, looking on IMDb, I'm like, oh, that really jumps out to me.
But it's so honestly, the way this the way this TV show has done stuff is interesting because it's this weird mix of gritty, harsh, like, it's pretty violent, and there's also some pretty, like, mature themes in there that you're like, oh, this is pretty horrendous that this happened to people.
So they've gone like real adult with it then.
It's real dark, yeah.
So I guess that would
kids.
make it hard to tie into the other stuff then, right? Because otherwise
it
would be like
Arrow and Flash are they're not aimed at kids, but they're not being like, oh, that's like, Arrow's pretty brutal, but not anything major. He shoots people with arrows.
Tonally, would you say Titans is equivalent to like Daredevil?
Yes, I think it might.
Because I'm guessing from what you're describing,
more violent.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's more violent than Daredevil, but there's the stuff that happens in some of the violence is probably more graphic than Daredevil was.
Okay, because from the way you're describing it, it'd be like them trying to tie like Daredevil into the films where just tonally it would not work, right?
Exactly, yeah. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
The only, like, it's not even an issue because I don't mind it, but there's people at work that have also watched it.
Yeah.
And one of them was saying it's weird because you'll be watching it's like Robin's outfit is not too bad. They don't do the like tight green underpants Robin.
Yeah.
His suit is quite cool, and he's because he's not a kid in it. He's like 20 or whatever, or 24 or something. And picturing a 24-year-old wearing the Robin outfit is weird.
Yes.
But it doesn't. It looks fine.
Yeah.
Some of the characters, though, not the main lot, but Hawk and Dove, who are two secondary characters, they also have superhero outfits. And theirs look ridiculous.
Okay.
And it is weird seeing it, but then they're in these really gritty... Like, some of their scenes are fucked up.
Yeah.
And you're watching them and you're like, this is such a weird thing, seeing, like, a traditional superhero outfit, but then this horrible thing's happening. But that works for me, because I'm like...
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
That's the kind of stuff I like in the comic books, where it's taking the cliche of the original superhero, but then putting them into a situation that you wouldn't have seen them in the olden days.
Yeah.
So it totally worked for me. I loved the whole thing. I think there's a couple of slow episodes in there.
How many episodes in total?
I think it was 10.
Okay, that's not bad.
Or 12.
Is it like 40-minute episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's one of the ones where like I'd get into work and like there'd be 20 minutes left in an episode, and then I'd have to at lunch be like, I've got to finish that fucking episode.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I just powered through it and loved it.
Out of 5?
Everyone should go watch it. It's also got Raven in it, who's my favourite Teen Titan. I love Raven.
Out of 5?
4.5.
High score.
And it's also definitely getting a season 2. They already announced they were doing a season 2 before it even aired. It was one of those ones.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not based on whether everyone loved it or not.
Yeah.
So I still don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that did that, and nothing else really.